Hi and welcome to Two Wheels Better. We're from Barcelona and this is Montjuic, which is a nice park used in the Olympics. And this bike in front of me is a very nice bike. It's BMW's latest, the K1200RS. Now many people have got mixed views over BMWs, love them or loathe them sort of thing. Well, I don't think there's many people actually loathe them. But to some they've had an image problem, they've been a bit staid and a bit conservative. Well, this one is different to that one. The paint scheme for a start off is not BMW-like. Very nice it is too. But the bike's completely new from stem to stern. And this fairing is something completely new. Very swoopy, all enveloping. Your knees fit neatly in there. These air grills here, they're outlets for the twin radiators, one either side. You can just see here the crankcase and the oil filler, but otherwise totally enclosed. The frame is completely new. Cast aluminium from stem to stern, literally from the yoke down to the swinging arm pivot. It runs straight up over the top of the engine. The engine's rubber mounted within the frame assembly. New on the frame, swinging arm pivot here is actually on the frame, not mounted on the gearbox. That's another new thing. You can just see the rear shock absorber here, fully adjustable, lower mounting there, but laid further down than the previous BMWs, upper mounting here on the frame. Well, one thing that they haven't changed and isn't new is the paralever linkage here. This stops the rear suspension jacking up. When you've got shaft drive, it does tend to wind up the rear suspension and you find the back of the bike lifting. The paralever stops that, and so that's a good feature which is standard on all BMWs. Their most powerful and fastest bike ever built, the K1200RS, marks a significant departure for BMW in blasting a great hole in their voluntary 100 brake horsepower limit. With power up by nearly 30% on the old RS, the enlarged and lightened engine propels this piece of Bavaria's finest engineering to 155 miles an hour. But who's counting? This is not an out-and-out performance motorcycle, but it is BMW's vision of a super sports tourer, and a very nice vision it is too. The new 1200cc engine is a stroked and lightened version of the well-proven K-Series inline 4. With 16 valves, fuel injection and electronic ignition management, it produces 130 brake horsepower at a fairly conservative, but heady for BMW, 8,750 revs. Mated to a new 6-speed gearbox with a slick positive action, this is a wholly different sort of BMW. If you're after a top-speed rocket ship, there's plenty of other bikes to choose from, because this one, with torque increased by around 10%, is more in the intercontinental cruise missile class. Having said that, the acceleration will surprise BMW traditionalists, because this bike can really take off. It not only gets you off the mark quickly, but all that torque also means that opening the throttle at any speed in almost any gear ensures rapid progress. The frame itself is also new. As well as providing a home for mounting the suspension, the massive cast aluminium main section carries the engine and transmission unit in rubber mountings, unlike the old Ks where the engine itself formed a stress member. This all makes for a super smooth super sports tourer. Available in the shops from the 26th of April, it will cost you £11,950 in blue or red, plus £495 for this very fancy paint job. Well, having just battled through the midday sun and Barcelona's very busy city traffic, I can tell you that this bike isn't as heavy as some people might have told you. Yes, it's a heavy bike, it's a big bike, it's 1200cc, so it's got to weigh something, but it's not as heavy as this great big gun behind me. It's easy to put on the stand as well. Resting on its prop stand now, no trouble, just bring it up to the centre. Nice handle over here on this side, nice big foot pedal and a gentle heave and it should come up. There we go, no problems. Well, it's got adjustable everything, the handlebar controls, the footrest, and the seat's adjustable too. All you have to do is unlock it, the key's on this side here, just unlock it there, pull the seat back, take it off, and there we are. And under here, you can probably see there's 2 sockets at the back, and there's 2 positions at the front here. They mount on frame tubes at the front and at the back, so you can simply have it in the lower position or the upper position and then relock it. Piece of cake. Once you've got the seat off, there's the toolkit neatly exposed. This neat little rubber band here, undo that. And look at this, I bet you're wondering what that is. This is an oil filler, because the crankcase just it's got a filler that pokes through the side of the fairing, so you need something to fill it up. Very neat too. So you get the toolkit out, very nice toolkit, like all BMWs. Nice range of spanners, fuses, bits and pieces. But you only need a simple Allen key to adjust the handlebars. They're held by one pin which runs underneath the yoke here. So simply put the old Allen key in, crack the screw, undo it, slacken it off. You don't have to take the handlebar off, but just slacken it off. There we go. And that allows the handlebar to move down and back up the bar. About an inch of adjustment altogether, fore and aft. Very useful, and you should be able to get the optimum position for yourself. Once done, you just nip up the old screw again, and away you go. Again, it's sort of tailoring the bike to your own dimensions, your own measurements, your own preferences. So no trouble, very quick, very easy, and a damn good idea, I'd say. Well, it is a sports tour after all, hence it's having these cases on, which are an optional extra. But when you finish your touring and you want to go sport riding and a bit of scratching, this is all you do. Put the key in, lift up the handle, unlocks it, off it comes, and there we have the BMW 1200 in all its glory. And so now I'm off to do a bit of scratching.